In the year 1990, a heart-wrenching incident unfolded along Interstate 96. The car belonging to a beloved substitute teacher from Michigan, Paige Renkoski, was found abandoned on the shoulder, its engine still running. Paige had dropped off her mother at the airport before disappearing without a trace. Eyewitnesses recalled seeing her engaged in conversation with unidentified men near the road. The mystery remains unsolved. What truly happened to Paige Renkoski? In the realm of substitute teachers, Paige Renkoski was a shining star in DeWitt Township, Michigan. Juggling her studies and early childhood development, she selflessly served as a preschool aide, making a difference in the lives of countless children. Renowned for her diligent nature and vibrant personality, Paige was adored by all who crossed her path. It is important to note that she was engaged to Steve DeBranda at the time of her inexplicable disappearance. Let us travel back in time to May the 24th, 1990, a day that held significant moments for Paige. It all began with a heartfelt goodbye as she dropped off her mother at Detroit Metro Airport. However, Paige's day took an exciting turn as she decided to make a quick detour to visit a friend who had recently welcomed a beautiful baby into the world. After spending some quality time with her friend and the adorable newborn, Paige's next stop was a store to grab some beer. Somewhere between 12:30 and 2:45 p.m., she made her way to the store, ensuring she had everything she needed for a gathering later on. Interestingly, it is said that Paige pulled over on the westbound shoulder of Interstate 96, just about a half a mile away from the Fowlerville, Michigan highway exit. According to witnesses, Paige was last sighted at approximately 3:30 p.m., standing beside a maroon or burgundy minivan with two unidentified males. Sources indicate the presence of a potential third unidentified man near or inside the van. One witness recalled seeing Paige raise her hands and surrender, with one of the men placing a hand on her shoulder. Paige is characterized as a Caucasian woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. Notably, she bears a surgical scar on her right leg, a long surgical scar on her inner side of her right arm, and a scar on her right elbow. Additionally, Paige has undergone surgeries where two surgical screws were inserted into her left knee, while her right knee has been replaced. Later that evening at 7:30 p.m., a motorist who had seen Paige earlier that day realized her car had not been moved. The police were summoned and quickly made their way to the scene, where they discovered Paige's mother's employer's 1986 silver Oldsmobile Cutlass Calais parked on the side of Interstate 96. Upon arrival, the investigators observed that the car's doors were unlocked, the radio was still on, and the engine was idling. Inside the vehicle, Paige's keys, wallet, and shoes were left behind, along with an open bottle of beer. Interestingly, there was no sign of damage to the car. Prior to her disappearance, Paige had deposited a substantial amount of money into her account, the exact figure of which is unknown, and she had no upcoming travel arrangements. Paige's case continues to baffle investigators with no definitive answers in sight. At the time, there were several instances of people masquerading as law enforcement officers. Could this be a case of a carjacking gone awry? The fate of Paige remains unknown. If you have any valuable information pertaining to this perplexing case, please do not hesitate to contact the Livingston County Sheriff's Department Cold Case Tip Line at 517-540-7880. I really appreciate you watching and giving these cold cases some attention. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Friday.